Good morning and happy Sunday. I am off to a hike, and this particular hike, it's more of a local hike because it's literally right in my backyard. So let's go check it out. Literally, when I say it's right in my backyard, this is my neighborhood. I am walking to the canyon, which is located at a nearby park. At least the trailhead is. The canyon is literally behind these houses. So, yeah, it's just a quick 5-minute walk to the trailhead. All right, we are approaching the trailhead. What you see here is the top of the park. This is Camino Ruiz Park here in San Diego, and it's named after the street that it ends on. So, this is the trailhead into, this is one of the finger canyons into Los Penasquitos Canyon Preserve. Today's target is we're gonna head for the waterfall. 2.4 miles this way. Yep. So we're gonna begin the descent into the canyon. So one of my favorite things about this hike, at least in the beginning parts of it, is that you are basically immersed into nature. I don't know the specific names of these trees, but I'm pretty sure they're chaparral and oaks and all that stuff. And it's just a beautiful way to kind of begin your hike, because when we get into the main part of the canyon, it's quite wide open, and the sun can beat down on you a little bit. I'm thinking the sun's gonna beat down on me today, but it's still a beautiful hike. So that's one of my favorite things about this particular hike. And the nice treat of the waterfall then is also great too. So we reached the bottom, and now we're gonna go on the main part of the trail. So this is the main part of the Los Penasquitos Canyon Trail, and Waterfall is that way. So go on that way. So let me tell you a little bit about Los Penasquitos Canyon. It's a canyon that goes east to west and extends roughly about 7 miles from the west side, which borders on Interstate 805, all the way to the east, which borders Interstate 15. This is a multi-use canyon in terms of hiking activities and recreational activities. So there's a lot. So throughout the canyon, there's a lot of hard gravel paths, which you can most likely hear. It's good for hiking as well as mountain biking. And because there's some corrals towards the east of me, you can also ride horses out here. So there's a lot of mix of activities. Mainly the biggest draw here is the hiking and the mountain biking. So that's just a little bit about Los Penasquitos Canyon. So this is kind of the scenes within the canyon. See a lot more older oaks as well as some chaparral. And you can notice that the hiking path is quite large and has a lot of heavy gravel. The creek itself is just behind there, so it does flow when we do get rain, and after rainstorms it does get quite heavy, or quite large, not heavy, in here. So yeah, so this is some of the scenes within Los Penasquitos Canyon. So a random fact about this canyon is that it was once owned by a family, and I need to get the name of it. The original adobe, one of the settlements, is located on the west side of the canyon, and then the more modern amenities is the ranch house that this is also known for, is located to the east. And we're not going to visit those sites today, but you can easily visit those locations just when you come out here. So, yep. So we're still on the main trail. As you can see, there are some open meadows like this following one. And then on top of that, oh, look at that. There's a deer behind me. That is amazing. So yeah, so you do definitely get wildlife out here and all that. So there's a deer and you get a mix of things. So the one thing that you'll see, maybe in the background, you'll see the utility lines. On top of there, you'll see the mesas. So there's a lot of resources around here, and it can be heavily impacted around here in Penasquitos Canyon and all that wonderful stuff. So, yep. So I'm about literally half a mile away from the waterfall, and it's getting closer, and we'll see if it's crowded, because it does get crowded here. So that's one of the other things about Penasquitos Canyon, is that it is a very popular hiking trail, and sometimes on some days, especially on the weekends, it can be super crowded. Over there, you can kind of see that is where the waterfall is, near those rocky outcroppings, right below the utility line. So we're getting close. So I'm making an approach to the waterfall. It's about 2.7 miles into my hike since I left, and I don't know if you can hear it, but you can somewhat hear the creek running, and yeah, it's just wonderful. All right, so as you can see, it's looking quite crowded today. Before the waterfall, that rock outcropping is where the waterfalls happen. It's not a big waterfall, but for us in San Diego, it quite is. So yeah, let's go check it out. There's the waterfall entrance. So let's walk in. So on the other side is super crowded. There's some nice steps walking down to it, so just be careful. See the waterfall. Surprisingly, on this side it's not that crowded. But oh, there's the crowds. So there is generally the waterfall over there where those people are sitting. I'm gonna go for the viewpoint. Came up here for a higher vantage point, and that's the overall waterfall. The waterfall is about right here. This is where most people sit, and then I don't know if you can see it in the distance here, it's Los Penasquitos Canyon, and that mountain right there is Black Mountain. Carefully walk down from where I decided to come. La la la. Oh. This is fun. All right, so that is the waterfall. So I'm gonna be heading back towards where I started. This is an out and back kind of hike today. Yeah, I didn't go down to the waterfall because there's a little bit too many people for my comfort. And on top of that, it's just kind of hard to film when there's that many people. So we're gonna continue going back to where we started. So, yeah. So I'm walking back and brought up my camera. Gonna take a couple pictures along the way and just kind of see that kind of side. Because, you know, the best part about hiking is documenting the trip, and photos and video are great ways to do that.